I had started to clean up this area. I've been removing every single pot and bringing them inside and removing the dry leaves. And so now the plants are looking a lot prettier. There's a but. I'm not finished yet. That big pot there is going to take me a while to clean up. Well, I have to lift it out. And also that other one there, that PVN. And they're both PBN. And also this one, that one, and that one, and that one. So today, I am just going to see what I'm going to do, or I can do, because it's Sunday. I have to go buy some kimchi because I'm out of kimchi. I was just reviewing some old footage of my videos and trying to see what my garden looks like before, because I have forgotten what they look like. Because right now, I mean, although they're not too bad, there's still some pretty ones. But the point is, they're not up to my standard. But I've got an excuse, because I've been through a lot of harrowing stuff lately. So I am allowed to have a messy garden. But it just breaks my heart to see of how it used to look before. It was so beautiful. And look at it now. What a mess it is. Look at that. Oh, my poor babies. Although they're not too bad still. I'm slowly trying to reinstate the beauty of these beautiful babies that they deserve. It's nice to look back to how it was and how it is. On my very first vlog, I have shown the beauty of this area here. But right now, it is not actually really that beautiful. And also, when I get to this spot, and then I go look across to over there, it just took my breath away. Well, back then, 4 years ago, I didn't really appreciate it because I'm used to it. Every day, all I see beauty. And when I look at everything beautiful, I'm looking for the ugliness, because it's only human to do that. So that's what I did. So I look for plants that are dying or not looking so pretty. But now there's still a lot of pretty plants here, and there's also a lot of pretty weeds and pretty other things. But overall, amongst the beauty, there's chaos. But even in the chaos, one can still find something beautiful that's going to inspire and make us smile. First off the bat, the most favorite is Succulent. I think is Lavender Pebbles because of its chubbiness. This one I chopped off a couple of months ago. The first of winter is when I chopped off the plants on the top. And now the babies, you can see those pups growing on the stem. Now this is now well on its way to growing into spring, because we only have a couple more weeks and it's springtime. Springtime, I can't wait. Now one plant that I've always wanted to propagate is this tango here. So now I am going to do so. So I've got this, and so I'm going to take that. Oh, don't drop. No, it drops. So I just take a couple and a couple more and that one more and that other one. I have to take it from the opposite side here. I'll just break it. There you go. Okay, so now hopefully there's some babies that's going to grow on that stem, and I will. There you go. And I'll take them all off first. Okay, I'm trying to reach. There you go. Tango. So finally I've got the normal tango, and now this variegated tango. Hello. If you're growing, I'm sorry. Look, there's new ones growing there, but I have to chop you off. Hang on. Okay, because I want you to see this, but okay, that's good. Now I got one. I'm just gonna take one, and I leave those ones there because I got another one. So this tango here is called white variegate. So I'll show you the difference. So this is the variegated tango, and then that one is a white variegate. Now that looks so nice with all like the tree-like, isn't it? It's like very bonsai. But see the stem here, that looks like it's about to die. So before that happens, we might as well chop this off, because once the plant is showing signs of roots coming out of the side of it, that means that plant is ready to be propagated. So that one there, it's not getting enough nutrients from the mother plant, so it's best to just propagate it, or else they will just wither away and die, even though so pretty. But anyway, we'll give it a little trim. Anything that sort of, anyway, that one at the back there. Come here, don't drop at the back. I told you not to drop at the back. Don't make me come and get you, okay? You're making me come and get you. I told you don't drop. And then what did you do? Drops. Okay, so now I've got 3 of the white variegate. And so I like the one in the center. So this is actually quite fun. Hang on. I'm going to be really, oops. Okay, that's it. Now I'm just leaving the side there. See, I'm being generous. I'm not taking so much. I'm only taking this part. But to think, I only started with sort of a stem like this big, and then now like that. And that's what it looks like after winter. So don't be disheartened if you see, oh, does it look very healthy? Well, it's because it's winter. Now this one also, I'm going to chop this off and break that off and just leave the stem in the middle. Now this Pulvinata Ruby Blush is so beautiful and it has survived winter and I'm so happy with it. But it's also time to propagate it. It looks beautiful the way it is now, but I could still take this off and that would still look good. So this is a scenario at the front that looks beautiful and you say, I don't want to destroy the beauty. But if you have a look at the back, the way it's growing, look at all those babies there. So those ones need to grow this way. But you've got this thing sort of stopping it, and also on the opposite side of it, there's babies galore. So I would really like to remove this old plant, because what happens, this old plant is not going to progress anymore. Once it reached that point of age of maturity, it's just going to start dying, basically, to give way for the new ones to grow. So before that happens, instead of waiting for it to sort of die on us, we might as well chop it off. So I'm going to remove this one, the main one, and see, examine it. Oh, look, see? So now there's going to be another plant that's going to be crested. So all of this, when you cut it off, or when I cut it off, I normally let them dry up for a week before I plant them. You can plant it straight away if you're in a hurry, but leave it for a couple of hours. But what I like to do is see if they would grow some roots first before I plant them. So now after examining this, see that one there is being hampered by this branch here. So I don't really want to cut this branch off, although I could, because that way that small one will grow this way. And then, oh my goodness, this is terrible. But that, it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. I can hear you already screaming your head off saying, no, don't chop it off. But I have to, because all those new ones growing, and even there, inside there, the only way we can propagate this is, or have more plants, is by chopping off. So now I have to take some drastic measure here. Oh my goodness, I don't want to do this, but anyway, have to. I'm going to take off a chunk of this, because down in the bottom, can you see those babies there? They need room to grow, and if you haven't got room to grow, they're just gonna get stifled and die. So this one now, I'm sorry my dear, we are going to, okay, oh my goodness, this is so much fun. My heart is racing. Can you hear it? Hang on, I don't want to, probably best a knife, but doesn't matter, this will do. There you go. Okay, there you go, from the top. Where is my other bendy knife when you need it? I'm gonna go get my knife. I got my knife. And now, so that part there is not sharp, that part is sharp, the inside curve, so we can go this way. We can go from the top. There you go, where are you? Just going above, and I'm sorry. You will be better off, I promise. You will have a good life and you will have more babies, because that is the meaning of life. to replicate, to, what do you call this? Reproduce, make more of ourselves so that the species continue. Okay, now I need this one. Now that is a 100 way of taking a cutting. Oh, look, I've got another plant that's going to thicken up next year and it's going to be beautiful. See, look at that. Ah, okay, so now another one. Look at my babies. Now, if you're going to do that, you have to clean it up first. Remove all the dirty ones, and then this one that will callus off anyway, doesn't matter. So now this one will grow this way and grow that way, so hopefully they can all expand and grow happily without any obstruction. So now this one now is in the way. I am getting carried away, I know, but can't be helped. So you can see as well that is all rooted. So this one here has got, you can see the bottom there, that shows you that that's about to die. See if you look at the top, that's healthy stem, the bottom is sort of drying off. So if I just leave that alone and don't touch it, eventually it will die. So probably next year it'll be gone, maybe gone. So you might as well chop that off. There you go, that one, and then this one too, because it's got all the roots. Not sure if I'm capturing this, but anyway. Okay, now we'll see what it looks like. See? It's not too bad. There's single plant there, so that's just ruining the whole look, so you might as well break this off. Hang on. And we leave that one there, and I'll clean that up later on. I think the order of things, I might as well take this one off as well. Okay. So from one plant that I paid, I think $25 or $30 would be about a year and a half ago. And now look at all these babies now, see? And I'll have a 1, 2, 3. So if I do want to sell that, then I can make money, but I won't be able to sell it for what I paid for before, unless I grow it bigger, of course, and make it look pretty. Of course, someone else would want it then. But for the meantime, it's going to take another year at least before I could grow this and sell it, if I wanted to. But instead, I would rather grow this and put it in a really big pot, and then that way it'll be a beautiful example of well-grown Echeveria Pulvinata Ruby Blush. So that one now, we just have to wait for that to grow, and instead of having it exposed to that area where I have it now, because that's going to burn, actually I can just leave that there just fine. I think, no, I have to put it back somewhere here that's protected so that it doesn't burn, basically. Okay, but for now I'll just leave it there because it's already late in the afternoon, and I can come back to that later on. Also, my favorite plant, the Othonna Capensis, I need to propagate you as well. So I've taken some cuttings from the top of these ones before, but now I'm just going to inspect it to see which stem I can remove, basically to propagate. They still have time to grow in springtime because it's still cool enough, but in summer they will stop growing. So if you propagate this in summer and then your plant is not growing and instead dying and rotting on you, that's because they're asleep. So don't propagate plants that are asleep. So when they're awake is when you propagate. So now this one now I have to remove, although that's pretty, it doesn't matter. That will thicken up the top anyway. But I'm just looking for something that has roots. Okay, that one there. Got a node. Hang on. Actually, what the hey. I'm going to take that off because now this one plant, I just hit the pot down in the bottom there. So I've got a 1, 2 now, and then I can plant this one into next one here. So there can be 3 of them. And if I were to sell this, well, it will be double the size. For $10, I reckon that's a bargain. But I won't be selling it. Well, it's not going to be a while before I sell anyway. And if I do sell this, it will be not for people to come into my garden because that takes up so much of my time. I'm going to take it to the market and sell it in the market instead. And also here in Australia, we can only sell within Australia because of the quarantine. Other countries will have a hard time, well, we have a hard time bringing plants in. and vice versa. Too many paperwork, so it's best that you just sell within Australia for us, or else it's not really worth your while buying it because it's going to cost too much. Another plant that I have been eager to chop is my original lovely rose. I'll just take this off here for now. You can go over there, sorry, but see, look how long the stem is. Look at that. That's over like, well, I think at least it's half a meter long. So now, this one now, that's not going to grow babies all along the stem, but you don't know. But I need to chop this off because I feel sorry for the mother plant. Hello, mommy. You have to now hopefully grow, but I have to spray that with my method just to make sure that there's no mealybug, or else it's going to get eaten up by mealybug now. But I'm still going to leave that pot here, put it somewhere where I could still observe and see if it's going to grow. And speaking of not growing, this is my Echeveria Whimsy that I chop off the heads. Look at that. It's all not growing still, waiting for the babies to pop out on the stem. Nothing's happening, so I left one head, which is not looking very good, but a lot of my Whimsy has already deteriorated. These are now the cuttings I've taken from that non-growing Whimsy pot. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Whimsy. I've got a couple of Whimsy outside growing somewhere, but anyway, so this is what they look like now. They have rooted. Let's pull one out. See, that's all well rooted. Now you have rooted it. That means you've killed it. No, that's still all right. Now this one, oh my goodness, what are you, mule? Oh, look, this is the difference of growing it in a big pot. I mean, in a big soil area. If you give them plenty of soil, this is how big this mule is. And I'm going to show you another mule. Hang on. But beautiful, isn't it? This looks like my other Sedum clavatum. So look at that. So from that big, well, they are growing big, and even the babies, like the other, there's forming new heads there, new pups. Anyway, that's probably flowering, but anyway, so you can see the leaves. They're so easy to grow. They grow from leaves. You just drop the leaves there, like that, and then they grow little pups on the head. So how to propagate succulents? There's nothing to it. You just harvest the leaves and wait. Not all succulent leaves that you are going to remove will propagate. Some of them, the old ones, are not going to grow. And this one now, there's no roots yet. So we'll have to wait till it roots up. But for the meantime, I'm already putting that there. So hopefully that will grow roots. But they do grow easily, because this mule here, this is grown from leaves that I've taken before. So this would be about 1.5 years old at least. In the leaves, it will take about 4 months before it gets to that stage. So if you're expecting to grow succulents from a leaf in a couple of weeks, Buckley's chance, or just no chance. So this one you can see that is, I don't know if that's a super balm or purple delight, but I think that's a super balm. So you can see that the leaves got affected by frost because they're not very frost hardy. See the stem that's formed, and that's been growing in here normally. Yeah, there you go, 15th of January. Oh, that's wild horse. This one, 16th of January. There you go. So that's a few months already. Jelly jam, that's dead, 14th of January. So they're all about the same time when I took some cuttings. And of course, the back there, this Purple Delight and the variegated Super Balm. There's only one, I think, that has still variegation, but the rest of them reverted to normal now. Anyway, because I gave them too much soil, and of course, the variegation basically disappeared. Now, anyway, another mule that I chop. So this is now from that big mule to the sort of smaller, medium-sized mule and the small one. So this one, you can see that I've removed the heads, which is probably about the same size as this, that I chopped off from this one. And now I remember, and then I planted it there. Those are the cuttings I've took from this one and planted it there, and look how big they are growing compared to the ones that I did not remove. So first off, all of these ones in the black pot are grown from leaves, but this one are grown from cuttings that I've taken from this ones here. But the difference is just phenomenal, isn't it? So from that there, that should be basically that size, but because it's the soil is restricted, that's why it's remained small. Anyway, guys, my timer had went off. I wish to put, hang on, where am I gonna, oh, sorry, this one belonged to there. Oh, that one is, what's your name? Amber. Oh my goodness, beautiful amber. Oh look, huh? So gorgeous, huh? Now this one. Okay, now I think I should take this mule, and I lost another leaf from my little angel plant. And before I sign off, I really wanted to propagate this one. This is called Sedum Trellis, Angel's Tears. Since there's no more tears for me, I'm not crying anymore. Hang on, what's that one? Also remove any flower that's popping out because that's just gonna attract aphids and mealybug. Angel's Tears is growing so tall, look. So now I wanna chop you off and chop you off. There you go. And they're quite easy to grow from leaves as well. So while there's still time for them to grow, springtime, because summertime they stop growing as well. Anyway guys, oh sorry, 4, I've got 4. Come here. There you go, that's all I got for this video. And hopefully I'll see you on the next video. But for now, I'm gonna go buy some kimchi. Kimchi, here I come. Oh, there's so many more I want to propagate. But, oh yeah, this one, Sedum Versadense as well. Oh, see, that one is all nice, long, leggy, but when they're compactly grown, look how cute that is. The same plant like this is being sold. I don't know if it's still $35 for just one plant like that. But anyway, this one now you can see roots coming out of there. Can you see that? So we chop it off. We chop it off. And we chop it off. And I think that's flowering, doesn't matter. We chop you off as well. And then that way I can grow more of these Sedum Versadense and also those ones. Bye bye, my babies. I'm supposed to say my lovelies. But anyway, I've got babies on the brain. You can go there. They also grow well from leaves. There you go, all done. Goji berries and muesli. Just a little bit. So this is my Chia Breakfast. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Chia, muesli, banana, and goji berries. Mmm. Yum. It's like a dessert instead of a breakfast. Mmm. I'm having my leftover combination seafood laksa. I'm eating in the background, so if you hear the noise, that's me eating. And Pedro's eating his noodles. Yum yum, baby P. Can mommy have some? Can mommy have some? Okay? Can mommy have some? Okay? Oh, look at that. He's willing to share. What a generous bird. And for those of you who's going to comment that birds shouldn't be eating human food, well, there you go. Pedro's 7 years old and is very healthy, so maybe that human food is good for him. I'm not saying you should feed your birds human food, but Pedro loves his noodles and pasta and bread. All carbs, Pedro, isn't it? But just make sure there's no spices or anything. So that's the only thing I noticed with Pedro. He doesn't like spicy food. So you shouldn't really feed birds spicy food. You know, baby P, we never feed you spicy food. But I've done a couple of tests wherein I was cooking some curry and he wouldn't even come near it. Okay, I've finished my meal. And if I walk away from here, Pedro will walk away too. Or not. See how much he loves his noodles? Okay, baby P, let's go. Come on. Come, Pedro.